Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Inept General, and welcome to part... Oh, I've even lost count. I was too excited to do this battle. 25, I want to say, of our von Carstein campaign. We have just been engaged. This is potentially a huge battle, and what I couldn't imagine a better showdown with Archaon having emerged, looking to take us down. 4, 5, 6 Chaos Knights. Oh, cavalry-wise, I think we can fight them. Alright, let's do this, guys. This is going to be one hell of a battle. Let's quick save in case anything goes wrong in terms of crashing or anything like that. But let's do this. I have an idea. Now, the one thing that could throw us off if our reinforcements all come from dodgy areas. Now, that is a distinct possibility, but my current thinking is because we were all lined up, they were directly behind me on the campaign map. They should be coming in from behind us. So here's what we are going to try and do, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be ballsy. But we need to leave a unit out so that the cannons, all the cannons, start firing at us almost immediately. I don't think they have any other missiles except for the cannons. So when the cannons come in as part of reinforcements one by one, our flyers should be able to take care of it, and even the dogs to a certain extent as well. I think we'll hide the dogs in this little clump of trees here, and we're going to have the Tithe zombies right out in front, just doing what they do best, getting killed. And then that will stop the cannons from moving forward with the rest of the army, isolating them, and then the flyers come in and the dogs come in, and we take out these first 3 cannons lickety-split. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the battle versus chaos. I decided to do this in a replay in a more cinematic view, just to get in on it. The battle itself took an absolute age. It took a lot of kind of tactical maneuvering, and I thought it would just be more fun to show you the battle like this. So the first army we are up against is led by this sorcerer here. What's his name? Unnamed Chaos Sorcerer Lord. Whatever his name is. So, this is how we set up. We had the Tithe over here, just about to be some fodder for the Hell Cannons. And then when the Hell Cannons stop moving, we are going to ambush them with our dogs, our knights, and we also have some knights hidden back here, and we have our flyers over here as well. So let's kick things off with this battle, shall we? So Tithe just getting into range of those cannons, you can see there. No, haha, missed. We started moving our flyers over there in the distance, you can see. And I wanted to hide these zombies in the crest of this hill, just so hopefully some of the cannon fire wouldn't hit them. But it doesn't really matter, we're wanting it to hit them anyway. These poor zombos. And they're getting massacred. But as they should be, they're zombos. But our plan has worked. You see the cannons are getting left behind, and there's a gap here between the 2 flanks. Now we're just waiting to the point where these guys won't have the time or want to rush back and help their Hell Cannon. I think I'm like, okay, now's the time. The flyers are going in. Coming in over this hill. And you can see the dogs are on the move as well. The Hell Cannon already trying to fire at the dogs. They'll get some cover from the ground. And the rest of the Chaos Army still marching, pondering slowly towards us. Ooh, bit of a break there. I thought we were going to crash, but we seem to be alright. And here come the puppies. Come on, puppies. No! Puppies are too quick. Watch out, dwarves. Okay. Now returning to the front line. We have our reinforcements coming in. We're just rearranging where they're all going. Chaos still stumbling forward. But the Hell Cannons are being taken care of. 1 down, 2 to go. These poor Chaos dwarves don't know what they're up against. So now let's get back down to the front. I'm sorry we keep hitching. I think something's going on with my computer. But, here we go. I think, or just maybe too many units. But the battle actually played relatively smoothly. So, it's a bit weird that the replay is having trouble. So the Chaos Knights are chasing my zombies, which is a bit of a weird move. And we've got some spears coming up here, as you can see. And they're going to get a charge off against the rear of some zombies, but it's only my zombies. Who cares, Chaos Knights? And so my spear's like, ooh, some large. We can eat that all day long. And then my Grave Guard in there just for some armor piercing, and the Mortis Engine for some fun as well. Now what I tried to do is actually set up a front line of spears just to absorb all the charges from these monsters, from these chariots. As you can see, there's already a chariot here, but being completely surrounded, being bashed about. 1 chariot down, just there in that little explosion. And here comes some Chaos Spawn, but again, met with spears, and they're large, so they'll get the bonus. Chaos Warriors coming in. This giant got in amongst us. I think we sent the Terrorgeist after him. I can't remember what exactly we do. But at some point, oh, there we go. Winds of Death. Just went through all of these units. All this damage is Isabella, mainly. And it broke one of them. It broke a couple of these ones, I feel. Or it's just about to break a couple of these. Trolls didn't like that Winds of Death at all. You've got the Vargulf in there and the Giant just exchanging blows. And I've gone around the edges there, and I did kind of forget about these units. They got a bit torn up by some chariots and some cav, but for the most part, this first wave has been largely dealt with. Here comes the Terrorgeist in against the Giant. Vlad's in here somewhere. Where'd he go? Here's Vlad. Just kicking over some bloody Chosen. Oh no, some Chaos Warriors with halberds. Now this Giant is doing some damage to this Grave Guard unit right here. Seems that we actually lost our Sternsman there. I'm not sure that actually happened in the battle. I can't remember it happening. We must have got them back. See, we've got these guys pretty much surrounded. This giant's still holding out. The Terrorgeist against him. This giant's taking a lot of damage. And over on this side, we've got them surrounded. We've got our spears doing good work. We've got great swords doing good work. And we've got a little while before that second wave hits us. We still have cavalry hidden up here. Some Black Knights, some Blood Knights. And these guys were actually chasing off that chariot, the Chill Geist. But we'll bring them back into the battle. It's chasing the rest of this first wave away. The giant's still there, sending the Terrorgeist back in. Maybe not just yet. But here we go. Vlad managed to pin down this Lord Sorcerer. And amongst all this flashy colours. Where is Vlad? Oh, there he is. And then he runs away as well. Just in time for this. This is actually the guys who all ran away. They actually came back. Over here we've got Spears against Chaos Knights. The Banshee. We are keeping a good number of forces in reserve, though, at this point. Now, this Varghulf gets away from us a little bit. Some trolls back in the game. Terrorgeist just chasing down this giant. And these guys turn to run, just being near the Terrorgeist, allowing the Terrorgeist to still get in on this giant. But as ever, more and more chaos coming down the hill. A never-ending tide. And now we're pulling everyone back, just trying to reform our lines. Still letting that Terrorgeist chase, because we actually want that giant dead. And there he goes. Dropped his massive tree. Now, one of these is Archaon. There's Sigvald. I'm sure Archaon was in this fight. Maybe not. Oh, is this him here? Yeah, there he is, the Ever-Chosen. So we've got Sigvald coming in. We've got the Ever-Chosen coming in. All in this secondary wave. Now over here we still have the Terrorgeist. We had those Chaos Knights come back. They rallied. Just sent the Terrorgeist in against them. And let's just speed things up as these guys come back down the hill. Just getting into position, doing some maneuvering. They seem to be trying to wait to group up before they come at us. Terrorgeist has done some great work there, just chasing off those Chaos Knights. They really did. The AI struggled a little bit with this partition. It really didn't know how to split its forces properly. And here's a fireball from Archaon. Did that just miss everybody? Oh no, hit the guys in the back. Took a bit of life off them. Got the impression he was aiming for our Varghulf there. So you got Chaos Chosen, or Chaos Warriors with great weapons trying to come around the flank. The Terrorgeist is still chasing off those knights. On the flank we've got Graveguard and Graveguard with great weapons. But this is a hell of a push. Another chariot charge coming in on us here. We do have our spears lined up here. Probably the best place it could charge us. Still did a lot of damage. And our graveyard great weapons are there just to try and mop them up. Archaon with a vortex spell right in the middle of everybody there. He comes in, we charge towards him. Archaon's running away this direction. Vargulf in on those warriors with great weapons. Oh, and it was okay, I was actually wondering this because I lost this guy eventually. I wasn't actually sure what happened to him. It looks like Archaon just put him to the sword. We have sent the Vampiress over. But look, he's already down to half health. That's 3 hits from Archaon. 4 hits. Now this huge, you can see this huge this huge line lining up. And at some point, I get our old Isabella out. Who's flying above here. Just over the battlefield. Now I'm like, oh my god, look at this. This is huge. This is too many. We've got one of the vampires in here as well. Boosting, helping us regen. We're just rearranging. We're moving Isabella around because we're like, oh my god, we're gonna get overwhelmed. Look at all these Chaos Warriors. And here it goes. So we decide to focus on this huge clump on the far side. Oh my god! Oh my god! And they all break. Look at that. That was an overcast Winds of Death. The amount of death and oh my word. And these all break, just leaving a few who weren't affected on this side still fighting. But we're doing quite well against them anyway. Isabella coming up big with a Winds of Death just there. Now they're shattering. I'm like, okay, we need to get this second wave to completely shatter all of them. So I've got stuff chasing, I've got all my flyers chasing, I've got dogs coming in to chase. They got intercepted by these guys who are still fighting a little bit actually. And we had a little bit of a skirmish with Chariot there, but we're moving everyone round the back just to try and break this huge clump here. And indeed, with the chill guys coming in the back, they all break that rear charge. And the chill guys as also slows them all down, so they couldn't get away very quickly. Which allows us to shatter a lot of all the troops that are involved in that wave. With fell bats, with everything else we have chasing them down. Now there is this giant here who caught up with this unit, and I tried to pull them back eventually. Now stuff that can't chase, I've just tried to pull back to reform the lines. Now Archaon's still back here, fighting some spears. This Vampiress must have been disengaged somehow, I'm not sure how that happened. And he starts to run as well. Now as far as Prince Sigvald, I'm not actually sure whatever happened to him. I think we maybe set Vlad on him. But at this exact moment in time, I'm not 100% sure where Vlad is. Is he over here? Yeah, I'm guessing Sigvald was over here somewhere. But that Winds of Death, that was just horrific. Look at that. So yeah, trying to pull these Graveguard back. They don't stand much of a chance against the Giant. I think Archaon's... Oh no, he's come back. He charges into these guys a bit. At the time, I was actually largely ignoring him because I didn't realize it was Archaon. I just thought it was a wizard. Oh, I send Isabella after him. That's what I do. Okay, so here we go. Counter charge. Chariots charge into a tree. Isabel's down here. Isabella versus Archeon. Is he running again? Yeah, he's running again. She's going to chase him. She's quicker than you. Oh, missed. So we've got another giant coming up. Trying to reform the lines. We chased away another chariot. Everyone's just trying to get back in formation. We've got a unit of spears single-handedly trying to take on this giant. They didn't do very well. Put in some Grave Guard. Got some dogs returning from the chase after shattering a lot of these units. Got some skeleton spears doing their best against this giant, just trying to keep him occupied while the Terrorgeist comes back from chasing some units away. And here's another unit of Chaos Warriors turning up. And running away as soon as they catch up with our lines. This goes on for a while. There is this fight between this Terrorgeist and this giant. I think Terrorgeist comes out on top. So let's speed things up a little bit at this point. So we then get the reintroduction of cannons. So I moved up my Black Knights thinking, oh god, we've got to take care of these cannons. We're a little bit clear here, but then this unit of Chaos Knights came in, and there's this chariot that came in, 2 of them, and I was like, oh, we're a little bit boned here, but we need to shut down these cannon before too long. But we do have cannon in there that we can't deal, we have nothing on that flank to deal with at this point. The giant eventually gets taken down by the Terrorgeist. And we have another wave of Chaos Infantry coming in. Chariot goes in against Grave Guard. Does some damage. Grave Guard, great weapons behind them react. The Spearmen react. And I start pulling the Terrorgeist back from trying to chase down and kill that bloody guy along with Vlad. And again, the Chaos start to split their infantry. Anarchy for all. And that's just them engaged. Everyone's getting another fight. And it was at this point I started to worry because it just hasn't ended. And you got some Chaos Spawn over here. Fighting Grave Guard, Grave Weapons, and Spearmen. It's actually a good matchup. I was pretty confident we'll take this out, and then we'll try and loop around and attack these guys again. That giant came back. This line gets a little bit thin, but we do have the reinforcements, and this is when I start to send in that second line of reinforcements. We need them very badly. And I didn't realize I still had these guys just chasing down this cavalry unit over here of Chaos Knights. But again, with all the terror and all the fear, they break fairly quickly. The fact that the power bar starts going in my favor as well was not unhelpful. And again, we're just trying to chase down as many as we can just to make them shatter so they don't come back. And this time we have a bit more time because the AI is just maybe holding back. I wasn't sure what it was doing, but it spends a long time back here just like trying to amass troops. And kind of the same over here. But yeah, we send everything in again, just trying to shatter as much as we can. Let's speed this up a bit. Trying to make sure this giant falls, doesn't come back. Trying to make sure these Chaos Knights go away forever. Got Isabella back after chasing down Archeon the Ever-Chosen. And more things start to break. And we have enough time to chase them down properly as the rest of the Chaos Forces are like lagging behind a little bit. Get them, Graveguard. Get them. So I call back those Graveguard because they shattered that unit. Here comes some Cav just to make sure everything else shatters. Now we still have our Blood Knights and some Black Knights up here with the dogs. Just waiting for their moment to strike. Keeping them fresh. And ready for battle. So yeah, shattered. Move on. Chaos Warriors, great weapons. These guys didn't want to give up easy. And we've got this infantry unit over here. Shattered those units. That Chaos Knights, I think, finally. So Chaos, yeah, do this little back and forth. They sort of move forward and then go back, waiting for the cannon, and then move forward and go back. They were doing that for a little while, and I wasn't sure what was going on with the AI. But it kind of makes sense if they've just been repelled over and over again. They may as well wait for more troops rather than coming at me one unit at a time. And the power bar swinging back in Chaos's favor a little bit. That giant thought about having a go at us, but we shattered as much as we could, and I'm moving everything back into the line, waiting for the next charge of Chaos, which I will admit takes a little while. So everyone's just getting back in formation. Now you can see this left flank has taken an absolute battering. Vlad, though, sitting pretty, untouched, having a whale of a time. Look at him. The leader of the vampire counts. He is pumped. So everything's in the line. I think after a while, I get everybody together. Maybe not just yet. You see, all this chaos is getting together. There's a lot of knights on the field. Let's go have a look at what's come out. Halberdiers. Giant that we've been battering for a while, but he's coming back. Chariots. 2 Chaos Knights. 2 more Giants. Chaos Trolls. 2 more units of Trolls. Another Giant. Hell Cannon, Hell Cannon, Hell Cannon. That is a lot of stuff to be dealing with. And at this point, I thought, oh, we're not going to be able to do this. There's no way. This is too much. And with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 Chaos Knights units on the field at once. And they're all just staying away, just regrouping, amassing their forces, waiting to strike. And this is at full fast forward, bearing in mind, so it was taking a little while. And have I moved my guys? So everyone's getting to position. I moved my flyers out because I decided we need to deal with these Hell Cannon. This is they'll do too much damage if we just let them be. And we can't really get these guys to them because they just have to charge through the entire army and they wouldn't be able to do that. But I start to see them forming up. I'm like, ooh, they're going to send their cavalry straight down here. That is some great news because I have the Blood Knights here. Now this side I was a little bit more concerned about. We do have the Chillgeist and we just have units we have to throw at them. Some slightly cannon foddery one, the Crypt Ghouls. Now with all these, this was a bit worrying with all the hell cannons firing at us. We got a bit of cover from the hill. We're going for this back one first. They did get a couple of good hits on us there. So I see these knights, I'm like, oh, finally, someone's heading straight into my kill alley where I can actually use my Blood Knights. But this was worrying as well. 3 units of Chaos Knights just coming in at me. So So I had to rearrange because I was going to get charged in the rear if I'd stayed hidden like that. And so my flyers go in against that far back Hell Cannon. They get in there, they do their work. And at the same time, I decide now is time to strike. They've gone into it, they've fallen into the trap. Here come the Blood Knights. And I'm going to back them up with these Verix Reavers as well. And we just try and get a counter charge against the rest of the Blood Knights as best we can. The dogs, I was like, okay, we're clear to this other Hell Cannon, so the dogs have gone for that. Now, all these Chaos Knights is a problem. But the Blood Knights have done pretty well. But then a second unit of Chaos Knights comes in, and the Blood Knights are good, but 2 units of Chaos Knights might be a bit of a challenge for them. I think this is actually when I decided to send in the Reavers, as soon as I noticed there's another unit of Black Knights that have just gone in. This third unit is going to try and cycle charge, but we're trying to chase him down. Now over here we've engaged as well. The Chillgeist have gone in, the Terrorgeist was in, but then kind of disengaged a little bit. We sent in just a unit of Graveguard just to hold them back while they deal with this unit first. Those 2 Chaos Knights, the Remnants, got shattered. And we're just trying to deal with all of these knights in different forms. So we sent the Mortis Engine back there. Sent some more Graveguard with Great Weapon back there. And here we tried to put some Spearmen on the front line just to soften any charge. But oddly, they're coming in a weird direction. I'm not sure what they were trying to do with this. Maybe they were trying to help out the Chaos Knights over here. But they just weren't getting there in time. And so with the help of the Reavers, they finally... That was Blood Knights taking on 2 or 3 units of Chaos Knights. Did very well. Then we lose patience slightly there. We just charge in some Skeleton Spears. Chaos Giant straight in against one of our vampires. And we just move in all our infantry. And Vlad is just taking on a giant by himself for now, but we will engage everybody. Down here again, more chariots to try and deal. We've got the Blood Knights in there. We've got Graveguard in there. We've got Spears. The Blood Knights anti-large is key to this little engagement. And they do well, and they shatter them. And that's when the army shatters. Just couldn't handle it. Too much death and destruction. And we try and chase down as much as we can. But we still have the Hell Cannons back here. Our flyers got kind of taken out, trying to take them out. With some reinforcements coming in from all sides. And then boom, we lose a unit of Vargeist. We've still got the Puppy and the Fell Bats, and they're going to do some work. And we're sending everything else out just to charge down the rest of it. But that was that battle. That was intense. That has broken the back of the Chaos Army. They threw all their strength at me and my wife Isabella, or me and my husband Vlad, whichever one. I think I started out as Isabella in this. I can't remember who I actually started as in this campaign. But there we go. Isabella started munching. The cannons are still firing at us. So we're desperately trying to get them shut down as quickly as possible. But everything else is finished up. With only 6 minutes to spare on the clock. That was just a huge battle. 4 versus 3 armies. I think we had Isabella, Vlad, and the garrison at Kislev. Just absolutely nuts. Fellbats taking them out. Taking them out. 1 more to go. And we do have all our cavalry out as much as we can muster just to try and chase down, kill as many Chaos soldiers as we could. Go on, bats. Get him. Get him. There we go. This is the last unit that's holding out just because of the unbreakable hell cannons. And done. I think. Oh, maybe it's not ending because I spent so much time chasing down units. So that's really what I was doing. Isabella, Mortis Engine. Chasing down and killing units. I will skip this next 4 minutes, and you guys, I will just join you again at the end. Okay, guys, that's it. Let's take a look at the results. So here we go. Vlad, 36, 162. The Necromancer, taken out by Archeon the Ever-Chosen. Some great performances from the front line of troops in Vlad's army. The Spearmen taking a lot of punishment for the whole army there. Blood Knights coming on a bit late, but getting some decent kills. 164. Chillgeist, 212. I think that's the performance of the army. Let's take a look at Isabella. A couple of those winds of death. 280 kills from Isabella. Just absolutely devastating there she was. What a champion. That's the leader so far of any of these armies. 66 from the Banshee, pretty good as well. 108. A lot of Isabella's infantry was the reserve, really. And some of them I don't think actually got onto the battlefield. But the dogs, 179. The Vargulfs did some good work, more in the intercepting rather than the sheer amount of kills. And what about the garrison itself? The garrison troops got in there, did some impressive work. Now, Chaos. Cannons did some work. Festus, these chosen with great weapons, did a lot of damage. They did 104 so far, the highest. 114 from this giant. 19, 32, 24, getting kills. 6. Oh, Sigvald, just 38 for Sigvald. Does that beat Vlad? What did Vlad get? Oh, no, it beats Vlad. Disaster. 66 for Archeon before he got taken out and killed. 10 for his cannon. So a player of the game for the Chaos Army has to be, what was that? 108? 114 for this giant, it looks like. And our MVP, Isabella, just laying down winds of death upon wave of Chaos soldiers. 280 kills. That is huge. Alright guys, that brings this battle to an end. Let's rejoin the campaign. But actually, hold on one second. Let's just see what we got out of this battle. We've got to take the replenishment. He's resurrected. Yay. Not everyone is, though. Boo. We've got to take that. 10%. I forgot this wasn't actually our turn, so let's just cancel that out. Yep, that ambush was foiled. That's an understatement. Alright guys, that's it. As I said, thanks for watching and catch you on the next one.